pissed me off is like Bron and D-Wade and so many dudes around the NBA sending tweets out like, congrats to my bro, James. He got his, like, he going to Houston, he gonna kill it. When they was just happy that we wasn't together no more. They was so happy. I know Bron and them was so happy that we wasn't together no more because we was on their ass. Everybody in the league was like, man, James, I'm so happy you in Houston, man. You gonna kill it, bro, my bro. I was like, shut the up. Y'all just scared. Y'all knew we was on the way.
Overall, I was mad.
And guys, I think I know exactly why Kevin Durant is saying what he's saying. But first, I want y'all to watch these clips. And then we're going to get into my breakdown of what he's really trying to say.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you believe they told me that I would never make it? Now we smiling in their faces, smiling in their faces.
Welcome back to Tyler Rose TV. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe and hit the bell to get notified when I make a new video. Now for today's video, we got something that's been circulating. I definitely want to touch upon this topic. And it's got a lot of people talking because these are some wild statements to make. Now, KD has been a person, from at least what I've noticed and what I observed, to be outspoken, especially when it comes to social media and Twitter or X, as they call it now. And he had a lot to say regarding his time with the Oklahoma City Thunder, the whole original Big Three, or even Big Four, if you want to add Serge Ibaka to the equation of James Harden, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and Serge Ibaka. Now, he's sitting there saying and claiming LeBron James and D-Wade were secretly happy that James Harden was traded from the Oklahoma City Thunder to the Rockets simply because they were on their heels or their ass or whatever you want to say, meaning they're creeping up, and they were right there when it comes to, you know, as far as competing and for championships. As y'all know, that LeBron's first ring in 2012 was against Kevin Durant and that young Oklahoma City Thunder team, excuse me. So as y'all seen that first clip in the beginning of this video, I'm gonna let the full clip roll now, and then we're gonna get into my take after this.
It's over. It just, it's one of those sad stories for real.
In a stunning development, a major trade on the eve of the regular season as the NBA's sixth man of the year, integral to the Western Conference champs, traded to the Houston Rockets after being unable to agree to a new deal.
It's a big day for the Houston Rockets. I'm excited. I'm excited to be here.
I feel like you have to pour one out when you talk about KD and James Harden and just OKC and what really could have been. That 2010s team was one of the best teams ever assembled to not win a championship.
What we all thought was that this team was going to be in the finals for the next 3, 4, 5 years. And all of a sudden that dream is over for financial reasons.
I didn't know what was going on until right at the end. You know, I didn't know that they were even negotiating. Me, James, and Russ was just come off the finals, Olympics, so I wasn't really thinking about contracts and none of that. So when they started talking about it right at training camp, I'm like, oh shit. I never thought there was a possibility he was leaving though.
It wasn't about no real money. It was a couple $1 million. You know what I mean? To where it's like, that's what you do. You don't see this thing through.
And what really pissed me off is like Bron and D-Wade and so many dudes around the NBA sending tweets out like, congrats to my bro, James. He got his, he going to Houston, he gonna kill it. When they was just happy that we wasn't together no more. They was so happy. I know Bron and them was so fucking happy that we wasn't together no more because we was on their ass. Everybody in the league was like, man, James, I'm so happy you in Houston, man. You gonna kill it, bro, my bro. I was like, shut the fuck up. Y'all just fucking scared. Y'all knew we was on the way.
Overall, I was mad as hell too. Cause I got the call and it's like, then it was lost. These are my dogs. You see what we just did these last 3 years? It was like, we're gonna win a championship next year. And I got the call and it was like, you know, we love you, but we traded you to Houston. I was hurt. It was sad for real. Just cause you know in your mind when you be wanting things to play out and they just don't play out. That's what that was. I miss playing with James. I like playing with him. But you can't cry over spilled milk for one. And we all maximize our potential. I think that was the most important thing for all of us, was to maximize our potential and get the most out of this game.
NBA superstar.
Maybe KD is just feeling some type of way about the fact that, you know, he knows in revisionist history, if you look back at that team and what the trajectory of James Harden's career ended up being, it probably is a better fit than Russ. Because you got to think about this part. Russ is more of a ball stopper and ball dominant, and he can still play off the ball, but James Harden is more of a willing passer and almost more of a willing, I guess, easier fit in the system, and he's a better shooter. So he can play off the ball when KD's dominating the ball and still hit a catch and shoot three, or space the floor, or facilitate the offense. And not saying Russ can't do that, but Russ is a different style of player. He's kind of like needs the ball a little bit more than James Harden to be efficient, and he's not a good shooter. So the better fit ultimately was with James Harden, and I think that is the issue. I think that's what it is. That's what it is. That is the main issue. I think KD looks at this whole situation with OKC and them trading away their core, and he's like, if y'all kept James Harden, then things will be a little different. That is what is really bothering him, and that's what this video is about. That's my take. Now, just for reference for what KD got to say, we're going to call it if it's cap or not. We're gonna break that down. So that young core, right, in 2012, right, we had Kevin Durant, who was 23, Russell Westbrook was 23, James Harden was 22, and Serge Ibaka was 22. All of these guys were not in their prime. OKC, Sam Presti, I believe, is the GM there, president or whatever. They have a history of drafting well. That team right there, that young core, was not in their prime. If that young core stays together, there's very much a possibility that they win an NBA championship, if not a couple. However, I can't say if they would or if they wouldn't. Now, they were 4-1 in the NBA Finals. They weren't ready yet, you know, to be that type of team. But when they beat that Spurs team in 2012, that was a big deal. You got to understand the landscape, right? The Spurs were a veteran team. They had a young Kawhi. They had Tim Duncan, Ginobili, Tony Parker. The whole crew was still there. So when Oklahoma City beat that team, everybody was really thinking back in the day, okay, this team is probably going to own the West for the next 10 years. You got all these dudes, 22, 23. In 10 years, they're going to be 32, 33, and they're still going to be in their prime. All right, guys, what do you guys think about this whole take, right, when it comes to Kevin Durant and this whole situation with OKC? What do you guys think about this? Leave your comments down below. My name is Tyler. This is Tyler Rose TV. I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Peace.